Hello, wine students. Welcome to University Wine, the channel where we dive deep into the world of wine. I'm your host, Professor Weisse. Today we explore how sweet wines are made, retaining residual sugar. Several white, red, and rosé wines are not dry and contain sugar. This sugar historically was the natural sugar left over after the yeast ate other sugars in the grape juice, and so is called residual sugar. Sweet wines that have residual sugar after fermentation can vary greatly in sweetness. Aside from dry, there's off-dry, which has a small amount of sugar, but the amount of sugars in some wine can be so much that it makes wine extremely sweet. There are four main methods to keep sugar in wine. Let's break them down. First, there can be concentrated grape sugars from extra ripe grapes, or Botrytis noble rot grapes, which concentrates sugars intensely. And frozen grapes too. The sugars are so concentrated that the yeast can't eat all the sugar before the fermentation stops. In these cases, the fermentation stops naturally. For example, Tokaji Aszú from Hungary. However, there's a trend to lower sugar sweet wines with balanced off-dry styles. A second technique is removing the yeast mid-ferment with fine filters, which have holes small enough to pull yeast from grape juice. An example of this is White Zinfandel from California. A third technique is killing the yeast, most commonly by adding alcohol, a process called fortification. This raises the alcohol to 15 to 20% ABV, killing the yeast before all of the sugars are fermented. There is no risk of a re-ferment because the alcohol levels are too high. An example of a wine made this way is port from Portugal. Fortified wines remain classic even amid trends to low ABV wines. The fourth method is adding sweetness to a finished dry wine. Unfermented grape juice can be used for precise control of the level of sweetness, helping reach the trend of off-dry wines. Or concentrated grape sugars can be used, a very sweet liquid. Blending dry wine with sweet wine can also be used to sweeten the dry wine. There you have it, the primary methods of making sweet wines. Next time, we look at the main options a winemaker can consider. Like and subscribe. Cheers. Until next time.